everyone, I'm Darrion Nguyen and you're watching the Scienceverse Show by AsianScientist, where I present to you kick-ass science stories with the help of my education and this laptop. Yeah, there's actually nothing helpful on the screen, by the way. I'm just watching The Good Place as we speak. Famous COVID-19 patient Donald J. Trump was treated with a cocktail of antibodies from a friendly mouse made by a company called Regeneron. This form of treatment is used to treat or even prevent the virus. One of the two antibodies used in the Regeneron cocktail was cloned from a Singaporean patient who had recovered from COVID-19. The other was from what is called a humanized mouse, and this was said to have produced very favorable results for Trump. Lucky guy, unlucky world. FYI, humanized mice are genetically engineered mice that have human-like immune systems, not Mickey Mouse. After almost 10 months, scientists have finally discovered the first case of COVID-19 reinfection. There's a great deal of anxiety in the public now, because just like Mean Girls 2, this is a sequel nobody wanted.
I know, right?
According to a team of scientists from the University of Hong Kong, immunity against the virus doesn't last that long after a person has recovered. Hence, herd immunity might not be the most practical solution after all. Sorry, Boris Johnson.
It's
With that being said, in the case of this 33-year-old patient from Hong Kong, he was asymptomatic despite being tested positive the second time. I think the possible theory here is this: Mean Girls 2 might just not be that mean after all. In other news in other worlds, you might have heard that we are one step closer to finding life on Venus. What? A group of scientists from Cardiff University have discovered phosphine on its atmosphere, which is a compound composed of phosphorus and hydrogen made by living organisms. Now, the phosphine could have been produced by non-biological means due to Venus's constant volcanic activity, but just like Mother Earth, it can also be produced by anaerobic microbial life. Cool stuff, huh? No? Look, I'm sorry if you're expecting me to say that they found something like this. Or like this.
It's unbelievable.
But according to astronomers, this is a pretty big step in possibly finding life on Venus. So kudos to them. Speaking of possibilities, did you know that you're able to make magnetic putty out of baking soda, toothpaste, and Coca-Cola? Well, neither did I. Let's check this out. Well, choices were made today, and this is so stupid. Okay. Well, here's the problem with this video. There's like no magnetic properties like iron in Coca-Cola, toothpaste, or baking soda. So there's no way for Magneto over here to even manipulate the slime using a magnet. Unless... Should I try it? 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 See? I told you it's nonsense. The maker of this is stupid. Except he did fool lots of people online. And even got over 1 million views for it. Look, I'm not jealous, just envious. I would literally die for that. I would literally kill for that.
I would literally commit.
I don't even know what to do with this magnetic putty now. I mean, it is made of Coca-Cola and watermelon flavored toothpaste, so... Finally, onward to our last final segment, Throwback Science, where we, or rather I, will do painful, my back is hurting already, painful research about science stories or milestones in history and share them with you. So on the 19th of October, 1952, Alain Bombard, a French biologist and physician, embarked on a voyage into the Atlantic just to prove to the world that a human being could survive only on seawater and plankton. He sailed for 65 days, and guess what? The man survived. Crazy. That's what I'm saying. Alright, so my biggest question here is this. Like, how on earth did he know that he was eating planktons? Like, did he detour to Bikini Bottom on the second day and then go up to Mr. Krabs or something and then ask him for directions? Because, like, I'm genuinely confused. Like, how did he know? Alright guys, so I just searched it up and you're able to tell if water has plankton in it based on its level of clarity. So, plankton-rich water are less clear and have more of a greenish-brownish color. Boom! Alright guys, well sorry for bombarding you with all this information. Get it? Because his last name is Bombard and I'm like throwing information at you guys because I'm bombarding and I'm just gonna stop talking. From COVID-19 to life on Venus to shady magnetic putties, this has been a crazy year for the world. Fortunately, it's given the unoccupied writers for the show something to talk about. Well, I hope you guys learned something new today. Please like and follow us and comment down below if you'd like to see us do something pretty cool. I'm Darrion Nguyen, and this is the Scienceverse Show.